Hello and welcome to the world of Spirit and Shield. My name is John and I will be your guide throughout this journey. Spirit and Shield is a brand new fantasy world that I created back in 7th grade. It's changed tremendously since then, and it will continue to change with your help. We will be exploring it together through a series of short stories. Every other week I'm going to post a video of a brand new short story. The first short story I'm actually going to post next week. But if you stay tuned till the end of this video, you'll get to hear a little sneak peek of that story. Okay, so stay tuned. It's actually very exciting. It's called The Waker of Waves. Again, going back to this world of Spirit and Shield, back in 7th grade, I began working on this new fantasy world. It was about the time Lord of the Rings, the movies came out, so it was all exciting, elves, dwarves, and everything. But if you're looking for elves and dwarves and gnomes and such in this world, you're going to be a little disappointed. I felt that they're already very well represented in fantasy novels, fantasy worlds. So I'm taking this one a bit of a different direction. There will be some familiar things, of course, but there will be some brand new things. So I'm very excited about that. So I told you, every other week I'll be posting a brand new short story, but in the off weeks, I will still post a video, but it will contain commentary and answers to any questions that you might have. As long as they're not spoilers for this, novel that I will still write in the future. But yeah, if there are any aspects of this world that you would like to explore further, we can do that together. So that's kind of what this channel is for, what this project is for, is to really explore the depths of this world and all of these different cultures that make it up. So I'm really excited about this, really want you to join me for this. So the best ways that you can join me on this journey are to, of course, watch the videos of the stories. I encourage you to, make a cozy little spot, have a little fireplace or something. Or if you'd like to, you can listen to them on your way to work, while you're working out. Not sure all of the stories will be great, workout stories, but there will be a few. And, pretty much just wherever, if you're making dinner, feel like listen to something other than the same old song 10 times over. Go ahead, throw on one of these stories. If you like it, that's awesome. If you don't, you can always turn it off. No hard feelings. If you do like it, though, please continue to follow the stories. You can find me on Facebook, VK, which is a Russian social media site. I actually used to live in Russia just for a few years, and that's how I became familiar with VK. Russia is actually a very beautiful place. If you get a chance to visit, I highly recommend it. So there's Facebook, VK, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And then possibly the most important is Patreon. Right now I work a full-time retail job. I actually just got off work maybe an hour ago and then played with my daughter in the yard. But with my full-time retail job, I don't have that much time to write. So my plan, with your help and with your support, is I would like to go part-time at my current job. And that would give me more time to write and be able to release more short stories, better stories, as well as additional content such as artwork, maps, maybe essays and stuff, exploring finer details of this world. And again, that's only going to happen with your support through Patreon. Any support on Patreon would be greatly appreciated. And I really love the idea of Patreon in general. Basically, if you like my work, please support it and you'll see more. And it's pretty simple. So for $5 a month, you will get not only the free videos of me reading and talking and drawing things out longer than they need to be, but you'll also get free downloadable PDF files of each short story that I release. So you can enjoy these on your own time. You can print them out. You can, put them on your Kindle or, a tablet or whatever, put them on your phone. And you can enjoy them when you want, where you want, and as many times as you would like. And you can even use your own voices. You can read it to someone else. That gives you greater control over your entertainment. So again, that's just $5 a month to support me on Patreon to keep these stories rolling. So I'm very excited and very grateful for any support that I do get. It means the world to me, and honestly, it's the only way that I'll be able to keep doing this. So again, if you like it, support it, and you will get more, and you will not be disappointed. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. I guess we already started, but I have a promise now that I need to make good on. So here is the first short story, The Waker of Waves, and you're going to get an exclusive sneak peek right now. All right, so this is, again, The Waker of Waves. It takes place in a magical land called Cambria. The sun sat high, and there were naught but wisps of clouds to contend with its pure clear light. A warm day, perfectly balanced with a cool breeze, yet not a soul was to be seen outside. The fishing boats sat empty at their moorings. The crabs, lobsters, and prawns sat uncollected in their traps, patiently awaiting their inevitable fate. And the inhabitants of this once bustling coastal city sat silently imprisoned in their homes. Among the imprisoned were weathered old fishermen with their weathered old wives, wise merchants and fool merchants, youthful maidens dreaming of crossing the sea, and young lads dreaming of youthful maidens. One of these inhabitants sat out on the balcony of a 7-story palace. Its bone-white limestone walls climbed up from the water's edge and towered over both silent city and stirring sea. With a certain bored agitation, the young Cambrian princess raised a crystal glass to her lips. After emptying it, she grabbed the bottle next to her. When that too had been emptied, she tossed it over the balcony, indifferent to the cruel fate it met on the cobblestone road below. A servant promptly brought another, while the princess's cerulean eyes stared down the ocean from under black brows. She sat and saw everything from her perch. Saw everything, but felt nothing. After all, that was the point of the wine. It was also the wine, however, that brought back the memory. A memory of peaches and salt. Of her only love, who at that very moment was betraying her several stories below. So, that was just a sneak peek of The Waker of Waves, our first short story in the world of Spirit and Shield. And again, it's just the first page. There are more pages, more story. So if you would like to hear the rest of this story, the rest of The Waker of Waves, and find out what happens in this coastal city-state of Cambria and what happens to our Cambrian princess, and I guess the weathered old fishermen and their weathered old wives. If you would like to find out what happens to them, the full story will be on this channel next week. So again, subscribe, like, follow, however you do it. I've got several options for you to stay up to date. So again, I'm really looking forward to your feedback on these stories. Feel free to write any comments, likes, shares, whatever. Share it with your friends. Talk about it with your friends. That would be awesome. Have little study groups if you're a little nerdy like me. Well, I guess that's all for now. Again, if you want to hear the full story, go ahead and tune in next week. Links are down below in the description. And I will see you then. Okay, so until then, take care.